All right. It says we're live. I don't know if it's true. But Forrest from Alabama was the first one in here at 6:52.
And Bill is here, and Mike Shepard is here.
Well,
All the cool kids, right?
yeah. Forrest has got these little snow emojis and stuff. Forrest, how much snow are you going to get, Forrest? Because we're going to get between 0 and 8 feet is what they're forecasting. So, I mean, we're just like up in the air. Okay.
I know I'm super excited because I have one of those Ryan Hall YOLO meters, the
Are you going
snow, the snow measuring things, and I get to use it.
No, you
I'll
going to
be
send your picture?
posting my inches on Facebook.
What you need to do, you need to post it and put a little sign by it. It's like, Ryan, we want you to come to the festival. Did you not read our emails?
But yeah, that's what I need to do.
Yeah, and just like call him out
Hey,
everywhere.
hey, Bill knows we're here. Okay, everybody. Welcome back to the Homestead HQ, where we talk about homesteading and preparedness. I am Shelly, and this is.
And I'm Jason, waiting on the snowfall.
You got a couple days, dude.
I know,
You're
but
gonna be waiting a while.
But you got to get ready. That's what I spent part of today doing.
Well, Randy went out and cleaned out the stall and the barn so we can put the sheep and the babies in there if we need to do that. We've got hay out. We've got extra feed and all that kind of stuff. So I think we're good. We'll see.
Well, I mean, there's a lot you can do. I mean, I spent today, and of course I waited. I was like, because we got the animals over in the pond area. I've been doing and scattering hay out there for them, and trying to build some stuff up. Build your soil, spread the hay out, and that kind of stuff. And I'm like, we've got all these lambs, and I'm like, if we get 12 inches of snow, some of them lambs, a white lamb's going to disappear, and it's going to be like game over. Yeah. So I was like, yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to keep them up by the barn during all this stuff. So I went ahead and put another bale out, and I did that. And of course I waited. I got out there. I'm like, it's not raining or sleeting or anything. So as soon as I go get on the tractor, it just comes sleet and rain and all this. And I'm like, this sucks. So I did that, pulled all filled everybody's trough up. I've got heaters in everybody's troughs, and then pulled the hoses up the hill to where they drain out nice, and got everybody extra feed and stuff like that. So I'm pretty well ready.
That's good.
Yeah, that. And then last night, like 10:15, I came in the bedroom, got ready for bed, had just laid down in bed, and Whitney was taking the dogs out for the last time. She came in, she goes, there's somebody buying down at the barn. And I'm like, it'll be fine. She's like, no, it sounds like a fresh one. And I'm like, okay. So I put all my clothes back on, throw my overalls on, jacket, muck boots and everything, go down to the barn. I'm looking, I'm like, we're missing a sheep somewhere. So then I hear, bah. So I take off looking over by one of the cedar trees. Sunny was the last one to lamb. She had twins at like 10:15, 10:30 last night. So I go down there, stay, 15, 20 feet away from her. And she's got one of them is all dry and up nursing. She's cleaning the other one off. And I sit there for a few minutes. The other one gets over there, starts hitting the teat. And I'm like, she's a good mom. She's not a ghetto mom. So I'm going to bed. So checked them this morning. She had them out running around. I'm like, you are a good mom. I was like, you don't need nothing from me. So.
I know Rose she's being a good mama. I mean, both of them, it's their first time, and Rose is taking good care of those babies that we have, but Dorothy still hasn't had hers yet. So
I told you, go down there and tell her, be like, hey, it's
good. Dude, I've been telling her every day.
You got to do the knife hands.
I'm like, come on, Dorothy, let's get your crap together. We got to get this done. And she just looks at me.
Yeah. So look, Stephanie's here in Jackson, Tennessee. Lawrence is here. So, Stephanie, you might need to talk to Bill sometime because Bill's in Jackson, Tennessee.
Yep.
So, Bill says Walmart was a zoo to get today at the gas pumps. He's got 40 gallons of non-ethanol fuel. That's the way to go. the non-ethanol. Let's see. Forest, I'm putting 5 rounds of hay out, and then wishing the cattle good luck, and then going inside till spring.
Are you supposed to get bad weather down there, Forrest? Is it supposed to go that low? I saw somebody put on that Texas was probably going to be shutting down for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah,
so I guess they're supposed to get it too. I didn't realize.
It's supposed to be getting all the way down low Alabama, I think.
Hey, Jeanette's in the house.
Well, yeah, but I think down a good ways down in Alabama, it's going to get some nasty stuff.
Well,
so I don't know. We're going to see how it tracks. I mean, who knows? So.
Well, I know. I'm going to bring my laptop home so I can work from home if I have to.
Oh yeah. Well, my plan. I started on I started on the little kitchenette down in the basement the other day.
Mike, it's not a competition, honey. It's okay.
But he was still there before her. So.
I know.
But yeah, well, I started on my little kitchenette project. I was like, I'm waiting on my brother to get ready to do his master bathroom. So I was like, I'll do a few things at the house. So I had 2 freezers that I needed to move where the kitchenette's going to be. So I moved 2 freezers and they were crammed full of meat. I don't advise doing that. The suck was big on it. So, I mean, it was not fun. My shoulders and my chest hurt after that. But
you might as well load it full of rocks. That's like crazy heavy.
Yeah. Well, Whitney came down. She came down. I had the appliance dolly and a ratchet strap. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Gonna try not to kill myself." And she's like, "Are you moving those freezers?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "We're gonna do it." So about 30 minutes later, the freezers were moved. I got all my measurements. Went into my Low Pros account, figured everything I needed. I was like, I'm going to see if I can pick those up tomorrow or Friday before the weather comes. I'll have them in the house. So then that way, if we're snowed in, you can't get to a job site. It's like, cool. I'll just go ahead and put the cabinets in. So that's the plan. I got to go grab a bunch of tools from my brother's house. But other than that, that's probably what I'm going to work on while it's Snowmageddon comes. So let's see.
I'm probably going to make soap.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing.
Yeah, I need to stock up a little bit. I think I'm going to work on making soap. And I have a new scent. I'm not ready to announce it yet because I can't put it on the website yet, but I'm really excited about it. Randy came up with it. So
is it the gay frog scent?
No.
Okay. When are you going to come out with that?
I don't know.
You need to call it the Alex Jones gay frog scent.
Why is what?
Alex Jones is the one that talks about the frogs being gay all the time.
I thought you wanted to call it the purple hair people or something.
No, it's how they're putting all these chemicals in the water and everything. It's making the frogs gay. You not ever seen that?
I don't listen to Alex Jones.
I the only time I really listen to Alex Jones is
when he's talking about gay frogs.
No, he talks about that a bunch. The only time I listen to Alex Jones is like when I'm mowing the yard a lot of times. And then I get so hyped up because he hypes you up on stuff. I get off the lawnmower and I'm like, we're going to go tackle the New World Order and everything else. And then I'm like, I need a shower. And by the time the shower's over, it's like, screw it. We're just going to put more beans in buckets. So, yeah.
So he puts you on a prepper roller coaster, huh?
Yeah. Not that I need that.
Yeah, right.
Well, Forrest said he's in the potential of 1/2 inch to 6 foot. So it's kind of the same path as us, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing to 8 feet.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Tell us about the news story.
So
you said it was disappointing or tragic.
It's just kind of disheartening, I guess.
Can I make fun of it?
Huh?
Is it something I can make fun of?
You find a way to make fun of everything, so I don't reckon you'll disappoint, right? Okay, so you've heard of NVIDIA, right?
No.
They're like a tech company.
Okay.
So NVIDIA has partnered with Amazon and Miso Robotics. And Nvidia is a huge tech company, and you know how big Amazon is, right?
Yeah.
It says, okay, they've partnered with Miso Robotics to perfect the next generation of Flippy. Miso's new fully commercial AI-powered fry station robot for restaurants. They made this robot, okay, and it's called Flippy. It says that Flippy already has 200,000 plus hours for brands like White Castle under its belt. With the $1 trillion fast food industry facing 144% annual employee turnover rates, Flippy provides the perfectly cooked fried foods 24/7 and can boost profits up to 3 times. So, the reason this caught my eye is because, you know, like back in 2020, and maybe it was before 2020, there was a bunch of fast food workers that were raising Cain about wanting $15 an hour for fast food jobs, right? And I'm not getting into a debate whether or not that's right or wrong or whatever. Whatever. But on the consumer side of that, $15 an hour for a wage for a fast food place, all that says to me is that the cost of my food's going to go up, right? And it has. Like, you can't go to a fast food place now. I mean, unless they have some kind of special or something, you can't get out of there for less than $10 a person.
No.
You know, and used to you could get like $5 meals and all that kind of stuff. And you go to fast food places, especially in big cities, and you walk up to a kiosk and order your food.
And then they want a tip.
Well, not just that, but you don't even interact with a person to put your order in. Right. So they were like, yes, we'll give you we'll give you $15 an hour, but then they took jobs away and gave them to computers.
Yeah.
And now they have this Flippy, this fry station robot. They don't even need people there to cook the food now. They've got robots to cook the food.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you have to look at this and be like, how did they not see this coming?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I see. All right. One downside of it is, like, in my opinion, the fast food industry was made for high school and college people as a part-time, as like a stepping stone to do that. Right. That's not like a job that you don't want to be your career. It's like, I'm the fry dude at McDonald's is my whole goal in life. You shouldn't have that. Some, acne-ridden kid should be over there cooking fries and then worrying about his girlfriend, what he's going to do when he gets off. That should be what that is. One of the upsides is you're not going to have hairs in your White Castles anymore.
That's true.
So, but that might be what makes them so good is the hair that falls in the White Castle when they cook it. You never know.
Never know.
But
when I was a kid, so, like White Castle's been around for a long time. When I was a kid, usually, I don't know, a couple times a month, my dad would want White Castles. So my mom would go down and, get like the big, huge bag of them or whatever to bring home. And I remember they had a window and that was right there at the fryer. And so, like, while my mom's ordering, I'm standing there at the window watching, and like it was like shuffling cards.
Yeah.
They would lay out those patties, and they had like 5 holes in them, and then they would sprinkle them with the stuff and put pickles on them, put cheese on them, whatever, and then put the buns on them, and it was all on this big fry table thing. And it was the neatest thing in the world to stand there and watch them do that.
Oh,
but now they got Flippy. They don't need anybody to do that, right?
Yeah. Newman is here. Newman, how are your hands from the surgery? She had carpal tunnel surgery. And then Michigan Silverback's here too. And then Ken Squatch is here too. I don't know. Like, see, you grew up because you're from Indy. Y'all had White Castle. See, we had Crystal. And
yeah, it's not the same.
I know, because Crystal is far superior than White Castle.
No, it's not.
Man, I would. And the bad thing is, like, as nasty as the Crystal was in Bowling Green, it finally closed, and now you can't get Crystal burgers in Bowling Green.
White Castle, when I was growing up, White Castle was the only restaurant that was open 24 hours besides Waffle House.
Yeah. But, like, see, the Crystal is like the filet mignon of the little burgers, in my opinion.
Mm.
You go grab a sack full of those and drive down the road, eating them, and then when you're done, you just throw everything out the window.
That doesn't surprise me.
You got to provide something for the guys on work release to do. Because think about it. Like, I'm contributing. The guys that are on work release, they're getting their vitamin D because they're going to have to go out and pick up trash.
Oh, geez.
And then also,
you think you're part of the circle of life when it comes to trash?
Yeah. And then also, this is a hill I will die on. I do not put my cart back at like the grocery store or Walmart.
Oh, you're one of those people.
Yes, I am, because I'm providing a job for a person.
You're not providing a job for a person. You're ensuring that somebody's car is going to get hit by a cart.
No, you always put it up on the curb where it won't go anywhere. I'm at least that nice.
Oh my God.
But if you look at it, I mean, if everybody put their cart back in the thing, the guy's going to get done faster and he's not going to have enough hours. So he's going to have to leave early. And then his kid, he's not going to have enough money to buy his kid diapers. So see, it takes him longer.
Put thumbs up or thumbs down if you agree or disagree with Jason about the carts.
If you agree, it's thumbs up.
Down.
I'm providing to the economy. So Newman says she's still sore and wrist is weak, and the stitches come out tomorrow. Ugh.
Prayers. We're praying for it. See, disagree, thumbs down. Yep.
I don't know. I don't know about these people. Golly.
I think you're a turd face.
Probably so. How do you say? How do you say this? In my third grade reading level that I have.
How do I say what?
The lady's
Susie
name.
Hickson. It's Susie Hickson.
Okay. All right. Lawrence.
Well, even Lawrence said, "Put your cart back."
Well,
see,
Lawrence is a union thug. So Dana's here. I bet Dana might agree with me. All right. Oh, look. Yes. Michigan Silverback's my new favorite fan right there. And don't use self-checkout either. All right, Dana. Thumbs
Dana.
Up. Thumbs up if you agree with me on leaving your cart in the parking lot. Thumbs down if you take it back to the little cart corral thing.
No, thumbs down if you don't agree with Jason because he doesn't put his cart up.
Yeah.
Bill says, we always park near the cart garage, so it's easier to put the cart back. I like my car enough to not leave the cart loose. Thank you, Bill.
Greg Skeens is here, too. Let me see. Ken Squatch. I put it in the rack out in the parking lot. All right. And Lawrence is, man, Dana, golly. Well, and then Lawrence says no to self-checkout, too. And then Stephanie says no dented cars. All right. Well, me and Michigan Silverback are going to go do a live together. It was good talking to y'all tonight.
I think it just like says what kind of human being you are.
It probably does. It probably says that I'm an ass. So it is what it is.
You claim it and keep it, right?
Hey, I claim it. I'm not going to change for somebody else. So, but the thing is, if that's the worst thing I do in life, I think I'm okay.
Hey, everybody, did you know we are about 6 months out from the festival?
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
Pull up the festival shirt. Can you do that?
Is that in the, yeah, I think so. Give me a second. Talk about something.
All right. Oh, okay. When we're talking about the festival shirt, you can get festival tickets right now. And if you want a shirt to go with it, the shirts are 10% off. If you buy a festival ticket and you throw the t-shirt in there, it's a 10% off the shirt. So the shirts are only $800 then. And Shelly is going to pull the shirt up. They look good.
So is it the gray one?
Yeah, it's a dark, or it's a dark heather gray, or a graphite is what they call it. And then we've also got the Wood Chipper 2.0 shirt. Yeah, that's it.
It's a nice looking shirt.
Pull up the Wood Chipper 2.0 too.
Okay, hold on a minute.
Jeanette, we hope your back's feeling better too by the Festivus.
You can even get this one in a hoodie.
Oh, the Wood Chipper?
Check that out.
And show the back. The back is the best part.
I don't think. Oh, here we go.
I'm hoping Shopify doesn't pull that. So,
if they got a problem with composting pedophiles, then I don't know. Maybe we need to find somebody else to put our website with.
You never know. I've got Chris printing me a hoodie. So I'm like, get me a hoodie. I was like, I want one of those. So, but yeah, I mean, we're like 6 months, something like that from the festival.
Something like that, yeah.
So, I mean, we're nailing down speakers right now. I've started working on that a little bit.
We've got some really cool presenters coming in. Yeah. I mean, or workshop people coming in. It's gonna be a great lineup.
Oh, Dana, reloading.
That's a good idea.
I need to write that down. I'm going to write that big with a marker so I don't forget it. All right. Dana?
Did you see what Bill said?
Pull it up.
He said, Miss Kate says I'm an ass a lot. It's just who I am. Has nothing to do with carts or self-checkout. Well, Bill, we still like you.
Yeah. We can all be an ass in certain ways and be all right.
Right.
Hey, what? Run over all the fun. The Homestead meetup. I got to look and see how many people we got coming to that thing.
Oh my gosh. So I'm super excited. This last weekend, y'all, I got to spend some time with Dana. She's in the chat right now. And she taught me all kinds of stuff about fermenting. I had always said that I just couldn't stand kombucha. Like, people talk about it, and I had tried it, bought it from a store and tried it, and I'm like, that crap is nasty. I'm not drinking that stuff. I mean, I can't even tell you, it's so nasty. There's nothing to even compare it with. And so her and I are sitting there talking about it. She's got a jar sitting on her counter that has kombucha in it that she's been making. And it just looked like sweet tea with the big things floating in it. Like, because what's floating in it is called a SCOBY. And so she's talking about it and everything. And I keep looking at it and I'm like, that didn't look like the stuff that was at the grocery store. And so finally I said, well, can I try it? And she gave me some, and oh my God, it was delicious. Like, I loved it. And that's it. It tasted nothing like the stuff they have at the store, and it's totally good for you. And so we got into a discussion about all the benefits of fermenting and all of the different things to do and how to get started in it and all of that. And she's going to come and speak about it at the Homestead meetup and teach people about it. She's going to let us try some. She's got some fermented juices, like, and like they taste like soda. They're delicious and they're good for you. I mean, they're good for your gut. And that's really why I want to learn more about ferments, is because I'm trying to heal my gut. So she's going to do that in the morning. And then in the afternoon, Josh, my son-in-law, he's going to be teaching us winemaking. And I think we're also going to make some brandy. Because Dana has a great brandy recipe and it's delicious too. So, we're going to be talking about that kind of thing and doing those demonstrations and, bring a side dish. We'll have a potluck and it'll be fun.
And it sounds like some people might want to Uber in then.
We're not going to be giving, tastes of all the alcohol. That's not happening.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, we're going to be showing you how to make it. We're not going to be.
We don't get to try
have like a license to do that. I'm sure that there will be getting some kind of trouble or whatever. But we can show you how to do it. You can go home and do your own thing. But
just in case, you might want to Uber in. Just saying. We're not selling it, but seen stranger things happen.
Right.
I've consumed a lot of alcohol out on Western's farm when I was in college there.
We're going to have a good time. It's going to be on January 31st from 10 to 2 at the WKU Ag Expo Center. Bill, it was delicious. I mean, I couldn't get over how good it tasted. Compared to the crap that they sell at the grocery store, it's just delicious.
I've never had it.
I would have never dreamed it tastes that good. And I am not a tea drinker because kombucha is fermented tea.
All right.
I don't drink sweet tea. I'm just now getting into, Leslie's got me turned on to drinking herbal teas for different, like medicinal things and stuff like that. So I'm getting into that because I'm just going to tell you, anything tastes good when you add honey to it. Right. Yeah. So I'm kind of getting into that kind of thing, but I've never really been a tea drinker, but this stuff is good. It's got a little bit of carbonation to it. It's just good.
Mike wants class.
Moonshine class. I know nothing about moonshine.
I've got a guy I might be able to talk to about it. So
it'd be cool to get somebody at the festival that talks about it.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do. I don't know. Lawrence is excited about it. We've got just people that have signed up and done tickets. There's been 23 people, but then you told me the other night there's 5 or 6 of your people that are coming. Yeah. We'll probably wind up having 40 people there.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool. It's going to be fun. Then we got the other classes. We got the pig processing class, the sheep class, and then the radio class. So they're all on the website. If you want to jump on there, go to the training tab, and it's got all the links right there. That or check out it on Facebook. I think it's all posted on Facebook too. But those are going to be fun. Those are going to be coming up. I'm ready to put some more sausage in the freezer, honestly.
Dana, if you have some that you don't mind to give away, I'm sure there will be people there that want some.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hey, silver is at $93 an ounce right now. It has not broken $100 an ounce yet.
Well,
I was hoping it would, but not yet. So, all right. Let's talk about the main topic. The winter storm and essential stuff to get your livestock ready.
Yeah.
We kind of hit on it a little bit. So, what have you got, Shelley?
Well, okay, let's talk chickens. Let's start with chickens. A lot of people think that, if you have chicks, it is imperative that you have the heat on them. And even with the weather that's coming in, I would be more inclined to make some kind of a brooder out of a big tote and bring them in to the house or put them in the basement or something like that. Or, in a garage where you can keep the wind off of them. But it's imperative that chicks have heat. But that's not only in the wintertime, that's all year round because chicks can't regulate their body temperature when they're little bitty. So, it's good to, keep an eye on them. But a lot of people think that chickens require heat in the wintertime, and they do not. Sometimes you can even, if you put heat, like heat lamps or something in your coop, which can be dangerous, if they fall or something like that, it can be dangerous. But if you put heat lamps in their coop, you can mess up how their body regulates temperature. So the best thing to do is to close up the coop. And I know that, you know, we want airflow and all of that kind of thing in the coop, but when we're talking about below zero temperatures, blizzard conditions, lots of snow, wind chill, all of that kind of stuff, it is not going to hurt your chickens to seal up that coop. What Randy and I do, we take, because we've got on our coop, there's the front of it is all like hardware cloth that you can see through. And then the three sides are wooden. And then at the very top, there's some hardware cloth at the top. And so we have wood panels or siding panels that we can put on the front to cover up that hardware cloth, and we can put it on the door and everything. And then on those at the top where the hardware cloth, you know, so airflow can come through in the wintertime, we'll take old feed bags and staple them up on the inside and out to keep wind from coming in. And when we get weather like we're getting this winter or this weekend, we just leave them in there. We don't let them out. We'll go, they have water in there. It's a heated water thing to make sure that they have, you know, running water that they can get to, not running water, but water that's not frozen. And we'll feed them in the coop and everything. But the more like them staying in there and their body heat, and it's closed up, it'll generate heat that keeps them warm inside that coop. It's also good to do in the wintertime to do like a layered bedding, the layered bedding method.
Yeah, the deep bedding.
Yeah, deep bedding. And instead of cleaning all of the stuff out, just pile new bedding on top of it. And basically what you're doing is building like layers of compost. And compost generates heat. So that will create heat inside the coop too. And then, you know, like when it starts to get warm, you can clean all that stuff out. But that deep bedding method is another way to help keep warmth inside of the coop for your chickens. Chicken, once the you know, the temperature kind of gets back to normal and it's back like in the 30s and 40s and stuff, you can go out and let them out and they should be okay. But when it gets down really frigid cold, you need to keep them pinned up. One way that you can tell, if you ever go outside and, you know, like chickens and roosters have combs or those little, whatever those things are that hang off their chin, they can get frostbite on those. And you can tell if they get frostbite because it turns black. They'll get black spots on that red comb. And that's what that is. You might think, well, it's dirty or something. If it's been frigid cold, below zero temps and stuff, and your chickens have been out, those things will get frostbite. And, you know, you just want to protect them from that. So that's my recommendation. Keep them pinned up. Don't let them out. It's only for a few days. If it was an extended like blizzard conditions, I would probably still keep them, you know, pinned up, and I would just make sure that they have food and water every day, and don't let them out in the cold. It's just it's a little bit too much.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got one of those rogue Bressy roosters. Like you can't catch the dude. The guy thinks he's a sheep now. So I'm just literally, no kidding. He hangs out with the sheep all the time. Like the sheep will come running through the pasture and I'll holler for them. They'll come running. And this rooster's just in the back of the pack, just waddling through there. I'm like, dude, you think you're a sheep now. So I'm just going to let him do what he wants to do. If he makes it, he makes it. If not, he's just going to be whatever. So Stephanie did. She just signed up coming to the Homestead meetup.
Awesome.
So, but yeah, I just saw it come through. But yeah, the big thing, and of course with any animals, if you can keep them dry and out of the wind, I mean, Mother Nature and God has already created, you know, the deal for it. It's like, keep me out of the wind and keep me out of the rain. I'm pretty good, you know, even if it's down to 10 degrees or 0 degrees outside.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I've done it before, like my barn off the back of the shop, I have taken that for a bunch and went in there, spread straw out super deep in the whole barn and all this, closed one of the doors, and I'll go down there when there's snow and I'll look and the sheep are sitting underneath the cedar tree. And I'm like, you've got a nice dry barn, but you want to go sit underneath the cedar tree. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So, yeah.
Bill has a Banny Silky who thinks she's a pig.
Well, and then, I mean, one of the biggest things I'm going to do since we've got young ones, I mean, we're going to have a couple lambs that are only, 2 to 3 days old when they're, this snowstorm comes in. So we're going to, I want to take a barn. I've got a buddy that's got a bunch of waste hay. There's a couple years old hay. And I'm like, he's selling it to me for next to nothing. So I'm going to take a whole round bale, put it inside the barn and scatter it out and let them, if they want to eat a little bit of it, they'll eat a little bit of it. And then I'm just going to scatter it in the barn, close one door where they got one door to come in and out, and they'll be fine. I mean, it's going to cost me $25 for a bale. I'm like, heck, for $25, you can't buy enough straw to do it.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, if they,
what do you want to talk about next?
I don't care. What do you want to talk about? You just tell me and we'll talk about it.
Well, we'll talk sheep. What do you need to do for sheep?
Well, I mean, the sheep, no kidding. And I've literally, I kid you not, they have got this nice warm barn and they'll sit underneath the cedar tree and chew their cud. And I'm like, what's the deal? Sheep, I make sure everybody's got.
So do you need to just let them do what they're going to do, or do you need to stop them from doing that?
I've not. Yeah, the only time I did have a newborn baby last year when it got god awful cold, froze to death. But it was like three hours old.
Right.
And it was one of those things, there was like no stopping it kind of deal. On this, the big thing with as much snow as we're going to have, I mean, if they're calling anywhere from 8 to 16 inches or whatever, I mean, these lambs are only a foot tall right now, some of them. So, I mean, they'll do in a white lamb out there in the snow, that dude's done.
You're not going to see it. Yeah.
You're not going to be able to see what it does. I personally like to bring them in closer to the barn to where they're not doing anything. Today I put that bale of hay out. I got some real nice rolled hay. I mean, this is like horse quality hay. Got it out there, set it back in the barn paddock. And right now they're still running in the pond area, and got them out there. But Friday afternoon, I'll call everybody back to the barn, close up the gate, and keep them in a smaller area to where then that way the lambs aren't going to get lost. Because that's the biggest thing. If a lamb gets lost and he gets too cold and can't find his mom, it's kind of game over then.
Yeah.
So I like to keep them to where I can see them and I can go out there and they're in a small area. Yeah, it kind of sucks keeping them confined for a few days, but it's better than losing a lamb or two.
Well, we brought ours up close to our barn. It's actually where we used to keep our big hog, and kind of made that whole area smaller. There's no grass out there for them to eat, but we've been putting hay out for them and all of that. And it's easier to get to them if we have to. If we have to take them into the barn or something, it's easier instead of chasing them around the field to try to get them or go get them down the bottom or something like that. And then when the weather passes, we'll open that up and they'll be able to go back out there.
Yeah. And then, of course, Mike says paint them black.
Of course, Mike.
Yeah. So.
What about cows?
Man, honestly, cows are pretty, in my opinion, cows and sheep you're going to be pretty much the same. I mean, keep them dry and keep them out of the wind. I mean, maybe get some more bedding for them and stuff like that. The cows, I tell you what, when Ginger was here, she liked the barn a lot more than the sheep. It was weird. She would be in the barn a lot more than the sheep were. I could go down there and look, and she's like hanging out in the barn, and then the sheep are out doing their thing. And I'm like, you're just kind of a barn baby, I guess. So, I mean, Calvin and Ginger are big enough. I mean, they're going to regulate, and you see these cows and stuff outside, and they've got snow all over their back and everything. And it's like, oh my gosh, people are like, oh my gosh, those cows are mistreated and everything like that. They've just got snow on their back. And it's like, That means if an animal has snow on its back, its fur or its hide is doing what it's supposed to. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because if you look at it, their fur and their hide is made to insulate their body heat. So if there is snow on top of their fur, that means their fur is holding the insulation in, and all that heat's not coming out.
That's so, okay.
It's the same thing with your jacket.
Well, that's like Loki. His fur, and anybody that has a Great Pyrenees knows they have very different fur than a regular dog. And I think it's because they're designed to be outside all the time. But one thing, their fur is so thick that you can't even hardly touch their skin. I mean, it's they have such a thick undercoat. But even he can go outside and waller around in the mud and be covered with mud. And then a couple hours later, he is snow white again, because that stuff just kind of falls off. When he gets wet, he can shake and he's dry. It's not, their fur is way different. Like, they're very insulated.
Yeah. And that, it's like Lawrence was saying, I was going to say that too. You can tell in the wintertime the houses that are insulated good and the houses that are crappy insulated, because the houses that are insulated good and holding the heat are the ones that have snow on the roof, and the crappy ones. And I mean, that shows that a lot of the times, if your animal doesn't have snow on it and stuff like that, that animal has got something wrong. It's a sick animal. So there's something else going wrong with it. Newman, good night. She's got to be up at 4 a.m. Ugh.
Same, Newman.
I won't be up at 4. I might be up at 5, maybe. Well, but yeah, I mean, with all these animals too, have some extra feed for these animals. It might be a good time, even if you're totally opposed to feeding grain to animals, feed some grain to these animals, because that's easy, fast protein that they can get and go on. I will, I'll tell you I will tell you this with my sheep. When we're getting close to lambing, I go buy, and some people might not like it, but I buy a protein tub for the sheep that is a sheep protein tub without the copper in it, or very, very little copper in it. But I'll buy that just where those ewes can get some extra protein. And it goes against the whole, I'm doing all grass fed and all this stuff. I do that. And I will feed the sheep some grain every now and then, just to get them to go where I want them to and stuff like that. But we're not, we're not feeding tons of grain every day and fattening them up on grain. They're getting fat on hay and forage. But it goes a lot of giving these animals some extra, throw them some 16% sweet feed, and that'll warm their bellies up. And then
absolutely, Lawrence, feeding corn to chickens helps to keep them warm. Yep, it does. So some things that you should think about. They don't, like cows and stuff. I wouldn't say that, especially around where I live, there's a lot of cattle farmers out here, and they've got like so many hundred heads of cattle, and they don't have a barn big enough to keep them in. These cows are used to being out in the snow and all of that, but you need to make sure that they have water that's not frozen over. You need to, put heaters in there and all that kind of stuff. If you do have shelters, and you can build kind of 3-sided shelters, that kind of thing, make sure that they are ventilated. Make sure that they have some airflow. That'll help prevent, dampness and all that kind of thing. Make sure that they're, if you do put down bedding, make sure that it's staying dry. That will help to keep them warm. If you do have shelters, just go out today or tomorrow or Friday and check the roof and stuff like that. Make sure that you don't have to make any repairs to it. It also might be a good time to check your gates and stuff and make sure that, like they can't get out and that kind of thing. It is a good idea, like Jason said, to increase their feed. Cold weather, staying warm, that takes a lot of energy for them to do that. So, and especially if you have ruminants that are out, that graze, if we're going to get 18 inches of snow, they got to have something to eat. You
Yeah.
got, and you all know this. I mean, if you have animals, you know that they need to have hay and all that kind of thing. But and especially like with ours, we have a set of twin lambs that are just a week old today. And then Dorothy, she's getting ready to have babies too. We're probably going to bring them in the barn. We've got a stall in the barn, and we'll put hay down for them and all that stuff. And just because they're brand new, and I don't know how bad it's going to get. I don't know if we're going to get ice and all that kind of stuff. So we'll probably end up bringing them in the barn either Friday afternoon or Saturday morning, and just leaving them in there for a few days and making sure that everything's okay, and they don't get stuck out in the weather. So, and another thing, hogs, it's a good thing for hogs to have some kind of shelter to get into. I know some people have big hog farms and stuff, and they're all out in the pasture, and a lot of times hogs will just gather up under a tree or something like that, and that's fine, especially if they're used to being out there. But hogs are very similar to us, and they typically, well, depending on the breed, not all of them have like a whole lot of hair. They do have a whole lot of fat to keep them warm, but it is a good idea to have a little bit of shelter for them too.
Oh yeah. I think the hardest thing about the wintertime and everything, I can get around in the snow and fine. That's not my biggest thing. My biggest thing I hate about the wintertime is water.
Yes.
That
I agree. That's the hardest part.
Yeah. And most people are like, oh, it's cool outside. The animals don't need that much water. But if you look at it, I track, because mainly we've got sheep that are eating, and when Ginger was still here, we had animals that were eating forage. We're not feeding grain and all this kind of stuff. You can tell a major difference even when it's 90 something degrees outside in the summer, but the animals are eating green grass that has moisture in it.
Yeah.
They will go less. They will drink less water because they're getting moisture from their forage.
Right.
They drink just as much, if not more, water when they're on hay, because they're eating stuff that's bone dry.
Yeah, it's dry.
Yeah. So, you can look at that, and then people are like, well, they don't need as much because it's cool outside. They probably need more. And I kind of keep track of how much water they're drinking and stuff. But that water is the biggest obstacle, I think, for any homesteader or person that's having animals. The water's the worst thing in the wintertime. And I do, like, today I watered everybody. It was up above freezing. I knew my hoses were all thawed out. So I hooked everything up, filled all the tanks up, and, got heaters, all that stuff. And then as soon as I get done with the hoses, I pull them up the hill towards the house, so they all just drain out nice. And then it doesn't matter if it's 10 degrees outside and your hose is clear of ice. You can take that thing, fill your trough up that hopefully you got the heater in, and then as soon as you're done, pull that joker back up to the hill and let the water roll on out. And I saw a dude, and I want to do it, and I've probably got the fittings down in the shop, but he took a plumbing fitting on the end of the hose and put an air fitting on it. And he would take, when he was done with the hose, hook his air compressor on it and blow air through there just to make sure most of the water got out.
That's a good idea.
And I'm like, dude, it would take like 10 minutes to do it. And I probably got the fit. I might not have the air fitting, but you can pick all that stuff up at Lowe's. And it probably wouldn't be $5 to make it. Because I don't know how many times I have cussed before when I forgot to do that. And I got to get my weed burner torch out in the driveway and thaw the pipe. So my wife drove up one day, and I was having to thaw the garden hose out. And she came down. She goes, "Why in the hell are you out here with the flamethrower in the gravel?" And I was like, "I'm thawing the hose out." And she's like, "You're catching the leaves on fire and everything else too." And I'm like, "It'll be all right. Don't worry about it." Well, but yeah, if we could solve one problem, it would be having animals watered in the wintertime.
Yeah.
So that's
also remember salt blocks. They need that too, along with the water. So just throwing that out there.
I've been giving mine. Stockdale's has started carrying Redmond minerals.
That's what I actually order that from Azure Standard. That's what I give mine.
Yeah, they've got the Redmond salt and minerals with it, and man, they tear that stuff up. When I go down and give them grain, I don't just do free choice on it. I've got when I'm going to give them some grain, I'll mix some of that in and throw it in there, and man, they scarf that stuff up. What's
Mike says that their water tanks are frozen up, so he has to haul buckets of water from the house rain catchment to all the pigs and chickens. It's a good thing that you've got that planned out good, Mike, because everybody's right there by your house. You're not having to haul it through the woods.
And see, I knew Bill was full of hot air. He uses his mouth to blow the water out. He's an ass with a lot of hot air is what it is.
Oh, Lord.
But yeah, if we could solve the water problem, it'd be fine. Now, have you seen the people? I saw it on TikTok. Somebody had a frost-proof or one of the yard hydrants real close to one of their water troughs, and they took like 3-inch PVC pipe and took a 90-degree elbow and put it right underneath the spigot, and then took the 90 down and ran 3-inch pipe over to the trough. And that 3-inch pipe is not going to freeze up.
Like it's 3 inches in diameter?
Yeah. It's just like 3-inch PVC plumbing pipe. And the thing is, it just ran down through there. And I'm like, because you're never going to fill a 3-inch pipe up with water just running out of a spigot if the ends are open on it. But I'm like, golly, I got to run like 60 feet over to the sheep trough. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Lawrence said that his tank froze up too.
Well, hey, Michael Osborne's here. Michael, our goats have heated water. The chickens have electric water. Pig is the only one I have to haul it for. If the power goes out, we'll be hauling hot water to all three. Yeah.
Dana says hook a pool noodle to the hydrant and use it to fill the trough if the hydrant is close enough.
Well, yeah, see, mine are like, to do the sheep water, it's probably, it's darn near 60 feet to it. So that's a hell of a pool noodle. Walk in, what? Well, I was going to say Toys R Us, but Toys R Us is not open anymore. But walk in, be like, ma'am, I need a 60-foot pool noodle. She would look at you and be like, get the hell out of here. So I don't know. That's all. I mean, tomorrow I've got some stuff to do. I am going to get my generators out and make sure all 4 of my generators are running good. That, and then we'll go ahead and pull the tractor in the shop just so I don't have to fight with a cold tractor. I might turn on, I don't know. I might heat the shop just a little bit. Depends on how cold it gets. So, but yeah, that's one thing. I'll get the generators out, fire those jokers up, make sure they're running good, and then pull the tractor in the shop so I have a nice dry tractor to get out and push snow with. Because I'd say I'll probably be cleaning our road off.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, the last time I plowed the road, one of the neighbors got mad at me because I accidentally got in his yard when I was doing his driveway. Yeah, I scraped up some of his yard, and I looked at him, and I was like, cool, bro, next time it snows, don't talk to me. And I've never done his driveway after that.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Just drive on by. So, but now one of the neighbors he's bought a new Kubota tractor, kind of like mine. So now we're going to have the cleanest road ever. So, what else you got, Shelly? Besides, everybody needs to come to the Homestead meetup.
That's all I got. I can't wait for the meetup. I'm super excited about it. And I've been talking to all my friends about what Dana's going to be teaching about, and they're excited about learning about winemaking and all that stuff. And I'm excited. It's going to be a good time. I love the Homestead meetup because it doesn't take as much energy to do that as it does to do the festival. And don't get me wrong, we love the festival. We absolutely love the festival. But it's fun to get together with people and to be able to sit and chit chat with people. When Jason and I are at the festival, we're like running around like chickens with our head cut off. There's always something going on and something that has to be done. But at the meetups, we're able to sit down and talk to people and just, communicate and all of that kind of stuff. I love it.
It's a mini festival is what it is.
Yeah.
So, hey, should I tease something out about the festival? And you have no idea what I'm going to tease out.
I don't know.
There's rumors that on Thursday, there's going to be a full day medical class there.
Yeah, I knew about that.
But you didn't know what I was going to say. You didn't know which rumor I was going to put out. But there's rumors. Put it on your calendar. Thursday before the festival, there's going to be a special medical class that is going to be given. So people will be interested in that. That, and there's probably going to be some other medical classes offered very, very soon. So be on the lookout for that. So guys, hey, don't forget, if you buy your tickets to the festival and you do it, you throw the shirt in there and you get 10% off the t-shirts. And then we'll get those jokers printed out and sent to you. So then that way you can have your shirt for the festival. Because I don't know if we'll have any shirts at the festival. It just depends on if the t-shirt guy comes.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be fun. All right, guys, if you need anything, hit up the website, check it out. If you need anything, shoot one or two of us an email and we'll answer your questions. Other than that, I think I want to go hang out with Lincoln for a few minutes before he goes to bed.
I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all being here a bunch. We'll be back next Wednesday. I'll be on here Friday morning for some kind of fun shenanigan stuff.
Hey, y'all be careful this weekend. Take care of yourselves.
Well,
don't get out and do anything crazy. Make sure if you go out and you're fit, make sure if you're out on your homestead, whatever, taking care of animals or whatever, make sure people know where you're at.
Yeah.
I always have to tell Randy Randolph, he comes in and he leaves his phone in here and all that kind of stuff. And phones kind of make me crazy too, but when I tell him all the time, when you're by yourself out there with those big hogs, it's muddy, it's raining, all that stuff, take your phone. Because if you fall or something happens, you got to call somebody. So just make sure that people know where you're at. If you need help with something, get people to help you. Don't try to do stuff on your own. This weather is nothing to sneeze at. So take care of yourselves.
Yep, 100%. Know where people are at your place and all that. And guys, I will see y'all Friday morning. And remember, don't push your cart back into the cart corral. Leave it like a man. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. You leave it. That's a schmuck move. Don't listen to him. All right, guys. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. Y'all have a good weekend and be careful. Bye.